Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to episode recap 83, I think is where I'm at. Recap 83, that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go Eek the Cat, Fighters History, Elite Soccer, Super Street Fighter 2, and Death and Return of Superman. Here we go. Eek the Cat. Eek the Cat was a 90s cartoon, early 90s cartoon that I actually do kind of remember as a kid. This game, however, was just god awful. It was. The animations were okay, but the sprites were kind of ugly. The entire image was very blacked. I mean, it's very dark. It was a dark game and didn't look great. The music was irritating, and the gameplay was awful. It was the entire game is a giant escort mission. It's just like 30 levels of escort missions. It's atrocious. Wasn't fun. Was repetitive and annoying. Didn't like it at all. Heavy thumbs down for Eek the Cat. Kind of a bummer. Next up was Fighter's History. Now, Fighter's History was very much a Street Fighter clone ripoff. Like, there are even allegory characters in there for the Street Fighter guys. Like, there's the generic, like, ninja dude in the white thing. There's a Chinese girl that kicks. There's a big fat dude who's like a wrestling type guy. Very stereotypical of it. However, there was a code that one of the listeners threw at me where you could play as Karnov from the old NES days. And so I played through the game as Karnov. The game actually was pretty functional. Karnov had like Yoga Fire and Yoga Flame, which was pretty great. The animations were decent, the music was decent, the game looked okay, and most importantly for a fighting game, it actually played pretty well. And that's nice, because a lot of Street Fighter clones at this time were not playing particularly well. They were generally pretty awful. So it was an unexpected surprise. I did enjoy it. It gets a thumbs up. I think you could do a lot worse on fighting games than picking up Fighter's History. It's pretty decent, actually. Next up is Elite Soccer. This was interesting. It looked okay, and it moved and played very fast, which I appreciated. It had an indoor and an outdoor version. This is the indoor game that I'm playing in this particular piece of footage. And there was no music, of course. The sounds were all right. Look how fast that clock is running, though, man. It's insane. Like, you get an entire match over in about 5-6 minutes. It's crazy. My issue with this game comes all the way down to gameplay. Like, it looked okay and it sounded okay. And you moved fast, which I like in a soccer. I don't like a slow sports game. But it felt like you had very little control. The computer decided who you controlled at the time. So it would wait until, you got a guy near the ball and then it would try to give you control of him. But it felt like a lot of times it missed. Kicking towards the goal felt very haphazard. The goalkeepers were on automatic, and the automatic goalkeepers are very good. So, they blocked most shots, and a couple of games came down to, like, a shootout at the end. Because I think I played, like, 4 games of this. It's just that's how fast it goes. And yeah, it's really, all you have to do, like, take the ball is run into somebody, but it felt like that didn't work half the time. And it's pretty important that you can, get the ball from the opponent to win the game. Not that it mattered, again, because the goalkeepers are so good. I don't know. It felt really weird. I played a game in the last set called, I think it was Championship Soccer 94. And it was kind of like, it reminded me of Tecmo Super Bowl. It was very small, blocky, pixel type characters. It also moved very fast, but it felt fun, and fun is important. Fun is the key word here, and this wasn't very fun. And so Elite Soccer gets a thumbs down from me. Next up, Street Fighter 2 Turbo Super Champions New Challengers. Added, who did it add? It added Thunderhawk and Cammy, who you see both of right here. And then it added Fei Long, which is like a Bruce Lee stand-in. And I can't remember who the fourth character parts that it added. Doesn't really matter. It's Street Fighter. Capcom is at their best. It looks great. The music's fantastic. The animations are good. Everything is smooth and crisp. The moves are there. They all work. There's no delay. It's Street Fighter. Like, you can't really go wrong with a Street Fighter title. It's a thumbs up. It's worth playing. Is it... I think there's like 5 Street Fighter 2s on the Super Nintendo. Is it worth getting this one over the others? Probably just on the extra 4 characters to play as. Unless there's a Street Fighter 2 coming up that has even more characters in it, which is possible. DJ was the 4th new character. I just remembered. So, yeah. A decent game. I enjoyed it. I ended up beating it with Fei Long. I started as Cammy and ended up as Fei Long at the end to beat it. But definitely worth picking up or playing Street Fighter 2, the new challengers. Final one, The Death and Return of Superman. This is a beat 'em up, and I know it doesn't look like that right there. That is like an in-between shmup level, which is pretty cool. That's you as Cyborg Superman blasting a bunch of dudes before you hit the ground and then get into fight mode. As a beat 'em up, I like beat 'em ups. This one felt a little off. The colors were fine. The animations were okay. There was a little, like when Superman walks, it looks like that one of his legs just kind of kicks forward, and it's a little odd, jarring, you know. Like they could have put a couple more frames in there for animation, and they didn't. The music was decent. The enemy variety was lacking. Every level only had like 3 enemies tops, and it just recycled them over and over and over and over and over again. First level wasn't too bad. Second level, it started with the usual, like, you know, guys get in on both sides of you and cheese you out. You have a super attack, but you have a limited number of them. It doesn't take your health, but you only have, again, a limited number. You have your jump, your attack, and you have a laser blast. Every character seemed to have a laser blast, and the laser blast didn't do much damage, but not only that, it did, when you push the button, there was like a 1.5-second charge up before you would actually shoot your eye lasers. And so it didn't, you push the button, and by the time it actually fired, you were already getting punched by somebody, and it was a bummer. You can fly and jump kick. If you press jump twice, you'd hover in the air, which was cool because that was a way to kind of get out of those situations where you were getting boxed in. You could jump up, fly, move over, and drop again. And that was nice. But in the end, like, I've just played so many beat 'em ups that this one was mediocre. So I ended up not thumbing. I gave it a thumbs down. If you're a big DC fan, you could do worse than this probably. It's a decent game. It fell short, you know. Not enough variety. A little too much cheese. It gives you an attack that really doesn't work out very well. You know, it was okay, but not worth seeking out, in my opinion. So that's it. That's the last 5 games. 2 thumbs up in this one, which is better than I think the previous set of 5. I think I only had like 1 in the last set. So, you know, we're getting there. And we're mid-1994 right now. 95, 96, I know we're going to hit really the strides. Things like Donkey Kong Countries, Mario RPGs, Tetris Attack. Things like that are at the last couple of years of the Super Nintendo, like 95, 96. So those are coming up eventually, and I'm looking real forward to the better games. But until then, this is where we're at. So thanks, guys, for continuing to stick with the channel. Recap done, and we'll see you guys later.